What's your highlight reel look like at the end of your career? Like, you put something together, like, is it all just like?
Just a bunch of snaps. I gotta put one together. I have a few tackles in my career, nothing crazy. I think like a leg tackle here and there, some wild stuff. But at the end of my career, I'll have to get a little highlight tape of a bunch of fake 2-point conversions from the past games. So we'll see what I can put together.
How happy were you after that tackle?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I was very happy. You don't get to see that very often from a snapper, so to just have a one tackle in the stat sheet just means everything.
Did you look at the sheet when you came out here? Did you know you were going to be with the? I mean, they kind of did you dirty.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see it.
I don't think you were with the quarterbacks last year, were you?
Yeah. Nope.
like, do you view that as like, did I do something wrong this offseason?
No. It's just respect. Dante Moore over there, great quarterback. So
what have you picked up from him? Just in the year and a half he's been with this team, and it's obviously kind of a unique situation with how he came in here, but it seems like he's very decent at handling this aspect of it.
He's just a great leader. Like, he's very selfless. He puts the team first. When we're out there for a team run or team lift, like, he's the first one to speak. And I know our coaches and teammates rely heavily on him. It's just fun to have somebody like him in the forefront of the team, because everybody around us wants to have a leader like that. And he's following the footsteps of Dylan Gabriel, Bo Nix, guys that have kind of paved the way for him to be the man that he is today. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Which coach or person on staff do you think has the most interesting job?
That's a great question. The most interesting job, I would say it's got to be anyone in the recruiting department. Like, I would love to be.
Like that seems crazy to me. Like from a player's perspective, does it seem as just of a ridiculous operation as we do in the public?
Yeah, I think it's crazy, just especially how college football is now with so many transfers coming in and out, and NIL, and just all these kids going to different schools. It's the recruiting aspect of it. I couldn't imagine what that's like. Something that I might get into after football. We'll see.
Yeah. Kind of talked about the highlight reel that you put together at the end of 5 years. How much fun is it to just be part of a program that likes to do a lot of trick plays and things that you guys work on?
It's amazing. I love it, because in high school I was a linebacker and a tight end, so I got a little bit more action than I do now. So every time I'm on the field and we get to do something like that, it makes me feel a little bit more like a ball player.
Have you ever met any Oregon specialists from the past? Like, do you swap stories of like, we almost ran it this time?
Mm-hmm. Tanner Crew. Yeah, Tanner Crew, he helped me tremendously get here. He was the snapper back in 2015,
right.
Played in the national championship, but he will tell me some stories back in the day when they would do lots of fakes and just fun plays like that, and we'll compare what we did on them.
What was the one that you wanted the most, but you just didn't get the go for?
So 2 years ago, we played against Colorado, and Ross was the holder, and he rolled out, and I was running like a flat route out to the sideline. And he was supposed to throw it to me, and we had practiced the celebration all week. I was going to point in the stands and everything, and the ball never got to me, but it's all right. It was part of the job.
How was the route? Was it crisp?
The route was great.
Yeah.
There was no problems with that. It was definitely just Ross's fault. No, I'm kidding.
So when you're going to do a trick play, when you're going to snap it to an up guy or it's a trick play, how do you not tip off what you're going to do? I mean, it's you got to be very disciplined.
Mm-hmm. Lots of practice. Yeah, lots of practice during the week. We'll work on it, but I got to be square. I can't be leaning another way to make sure that we don't tip off the defense. But it's very specific. Got to be on point.
A little more gut rumbling when you're going to do that. How big it is.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Exactly.
When you're in practice, is it like, all right, we're running trick play practice, and you just get blown up every time? Like how does that work in simulation?
Usually in practice, we'll work on it for a bit throughout the week. Coach will give us a rundown of whatever it is that we're doing, and when I'm out there, it is like go time, so I got to practice right beforehand to make sure that everything's crisp and no issues. But I'm usually prepared for it. I'm not worried about getting blown up or anything, because I know my job on the field at the time.
You've been here long enough there's probably not a spot on campus or within these facilities that you haven't used or seen or been to. When the Hatfield Allen complex opened up like 12 years ago, It was this modern state of the art, like nobody can even touch it. And then it just seemed like there was like an arms race between all the other schools. And I'm curious, like being around the team, being in that building, is there anything that thing's like, is it showing its age at all in any spots? Like what do you think is the next step for kind of modernization for Oregon?
I think I'm biased because I love everything that we get there. I mean, Oregon's top notch. Obviously, they're building the entirely new facilities, so I'm sure that's going to be crazy. And that'll be beyond the time that I'm gone. But I know that there's some ideas for a cool locker room, and just things like that. Oregon was the first to do it, so everyone copycatted us. But I like what's in there so far.
So are you kind of like a little